every once in a while, you gotta take a step back and look at what the rest of the AFC North has done. That's what this video is about, right? We're a week into free agency. We just want to see what does the rest of the AFC North look like, and we already know our issues in free agency so far. How is theirs? Okay. First off, Ravens. Okay. Ratbirds. Ugh. They got the age-old DeAndre Hopkins. They are truly living up to their name that all veteran receivers go to Baltimore to die. Deshaun Jackson, Des Bryant, Steve Smith-Sinor, Anquan Bolden. Anquan's actually not technically, because he actually did go to the 49ers afterwards, but beside the point. There's got to be other ones too, but I can't think of them on the top of my head. Beside the point, though, yeah, DeAndre Hopkins there. Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, okay. They still got a really decent wide receiving core. Deontay Johnson is not on the roster anymore, so I don't know why he's on the roster on ourlads.com here. He is a free agent. Stanley Voorhees. Now, Andrew Voorhees was supposed to be like a second or third round pick. He could even have been like a late first in the 23 draft. The big thing about him, though, was he had a great combine, but then tore his ACL. So guy's out for the whole entire year. Ravens get him in the 7th round. Really good steal, in all honesty, because this guy could have been a first round pick. Wasn't for the fact he tore his ACL. He obviously is now the starting left guard. They let go of Ben Cleveland after his DUI. Okay, I mean, for the most part, their line, I'm not really too scared of Stanley, but for the most part, their line is still pretty good. Tight end group, I still think Charlie Kolar is the best out of all of these guys. Charlie Kolar, again, another guy. See, this is what I hate about the Ratbirds, but they do so well at it. They draft this guy in the 4th round. This guy is coming off of, and you guessed it, an ACL tear out of college. He sits out for a year and a half, and he plays, and he's actually pretty decent. Caught a couple big passes versus us. They don't really have a backup quarterback to Lamar, so that's hilarious. Kind of keeping their same running back core. They didn't do much in free agency, so I'm not expecting much on this table here. Again, they were they do what they always do in free agency, which is let everyone go and then build through the draft. Because what they do is what the Eagles do, is they bank off compensatory picks, and they're able to get a lot of picks and spend a lot of picks on defense. The real big thing about Baltimore here that they need to work on is they need another safety. They need another safety with a Darius Washington to kind of work with him. They also need another corner, because right now on the roster, they got TJ Tampa, who's a 4th round draft pick last year. They got Marlon Humphrey. They got Nate Wiggins. And after that, they got Armour Davis and some undrafted guys. So they definitely need someone else. They got rid of Brandon Stevenson's this offseason, so they need to replace a corner or two at least in the draft. But other than that, I think Baltimore's roster in general is just already good, so it's not like there's much to look at. Let's look at Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh right now is sitting in a very interesting spot. Mason Rudolph's their quarterback. Russell Wilson is not coming back to Pittsburgh. Okay? The only option at quarterback outside of who they have now is potentially Aaron Rodgers. Steelers fans have made it very clear they do not want Aaron Rodgers. They do not like him. They don't want the headache that comes with Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know how they're going to figure that situation out. Because outside Aaron Rodgers, guess what, Squealers? You're not really getting anyone else, because Russell Wilson's not coming back. And unless you try to go for a Joe Flacco route, trust me, I mean, at this point, Joe Flacco is going to make his freaking case for every single team in the league. Although Joe has said many times he would not want to play for Pittsburgh. I don't know. Anyway, Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, Cordell Patterson, list of running backs available on their roster. Receivers, of course, they did get DK Metcalf. They have George Pickens, so they have 2 head cases on the roster. And no quarterback to throw the ball to, which is all literally amazing, in all honesty. Defensive line, still pretty good. They got Darius Slay this offseason. They got Brandon. I thought I said a Boley. Oh my lordy, I just turned the Z's into a bully. Okay, I can't do an Italian accent. I'm sorry. But yeah. So anyway, Joey Porter Jr. Okay. Corey Trice, Bishop. Their defense does not scare me. And it should, but it does not scare me. The Steelers are really the biggest competition when it comes to any team in our division. I'm messing around. They do not scare me at all. The Ravens really are the only competition I care about when it comes to like being competent in our division. Then we look at the Brownies. Deshaun Watson's out for the year, so Kenny Pickett's the only quarterback on this roster who can actually play. Wide receiver wise, they paid Myles Garrett $40 million a year. That's pretty much what this is. Okay, this roster is a $40 million a year roster for Myles Garrett. That's pretty much all this is going to come down to. There's nothing else we're going to talk about. It's a Myles Garrett or a nothing. It's a nerf or nothing Myles Garrett edition. Okay, they literally just overpaid Myles Garrett and went all out for Myles Garrett. And hey, listen, sometimes that's exactly what you need to do to be successful, I guess. I love it. I just love how crazy they went for Myles Garrett. $40 million. Man said he had mores and values, and he decides to, stay somewhere he doesn't want to be for $40 million a year. Whatever. I still wanted him to leave and not get paid all the money he did, so we could have signed our guy for cheaper. So just a little recap of everything that everyone has done. They got back Patrick Ricard and Ronnie Stanley. Baltimore did. They also signed DeAndre Hopkins, and they signed Jake Hummel. I don't know why I read his name as Hummus. For us, if you are new to this, we re-signed T. Higgins, or a franchise tag, although we are going to get a long-term deal done very soon. BJ Hill, Mike Gesicki, Joseph Asai, Cody Ford. CBS Sports, in their forever wisdom of not knowing what words mean. Retained means that we bought back / re-signed. We did not re-sign Oren Burks. We brought him in, and he is actually should be in the signed category, not the retained category. This has been like a week now, and they still haven't fixed this. Come on, CBS Sports. Do better. All these other guys we did retain, which means re-sign them. It means to keep. Retain just means keep. Meaning the guy was already on your roster and you kept him. Signed players is Slayton, Pirine, and Oren Burks. Thank you. Brownies traded for Kenny Pickett for the Eagles. Gave $40 million to Myles Garrett. Went ahead and signed Malik Collins, Lucas, Joe Tyron Shoyinka. That is a name. If I was ever on Jeopardy or Family Feud, not winning it with that name. Devin Bush. And then the Steelers. Where are the Squealers at? Come on now, Squealers. Hold up. Wait a minute. Cooking. There you go. All right. Traded and then gave a crazy contract to mental head case number 1. I was thinking about like mental patient number 1. And they also traded for Ben Sharonic. Signed Darius Slay, Mason Rudolph, Malik Harrison, Donald Parham, Ryan, Brandon. Again, it's not a Boley, and then got Kenneth Gainwell. Fun fact: they signed Mason Rudolph the same time when the Brownies gave Myles Garrett that huge deal. And obviously Myles Garrett's the one who hit Mason Rudolph over the head a lot of times with a helmet. So fun how they're all coming back together. Peace out.